These are probably the top 10 myths, misinformation, or questions about contact lenses that I get from comments or from patients, a couple of them that I'm actually guilty of myself. And so let's start with number one, and that is, can a contact lens actually get stuck behind your eyeball? The answer is luckily no. The eye is actually sealed off by something called the fornix, which makes it impossible for a contact lens to go behind your eye. Now, you can get a contact lens stuck behind your eyelid. That is pretty common, and there are ways to get that out. In fact, I did a video about that, and I'll put that link in the description if that is happening to you right now. Number two, you can't wear contacts if you have astigmatism. This is completely false. Yes, you can wear contacts if you have astigmatism. Nowadays, there are a lot of brands, monthly, 2-week, daily lenses that cover a wide range of astigmatism powers that fit nearly everybody, most people that have astigmatism. And even if you fall outside of that range, there are custom soft contact lenses, hard contact, scleral lenses that are great options that can actually give you really great vision. My guess is where this came from is maybe back in the day there weren't as many brands with wide ranges, and so maybe a lot more people fell outside of those ranges. Or it could be that sometimes people with astigmatism can be a little trickier to fit with contact lenses to give them that great vision, because if that contact lens rotates or sits wrong, then yeah, the vision isn't quite as good. So that could be where it's coming from. But if you have astigmatism, don't rule contact lenses out. There are many great options nowadays. The third myth, it's not safe to wear contacts if you have diabetes. This is also a false myth. Yes, you can wear contacts if you have diabetes. Now, you do need to be extra cautious or careful when wearing contact lenses with diabetes. Diabetes can slow down the healing factor of your body, including your eyes. And so if you are getting a complication from contact lenses, irritation, red eyes, ulcer, you need to stop wearing your contact lenses and go get your eyes checked out. And regularly when you're wearing your contact lenses, you just need to be vigilant about contact lens hygiene. Make sure you're not sleeping in your contact lenses, you're cleaning your contact lenses. Number four, you can't wear contacts if you have dry eyes. Now this one is a tricky one because it's kind of true, but also not. Dry eyes and discomfort is probably one of the top reasons why people stop wearing contact lenses. Now, that being said, I do actually have a lot of patients and a lot of people in comment sections that have said, hey, I have dry eyes, but when I wear contact lenses, my eyes actually feel better. They actually do better with contact lenses. There are some people with dry eyes where that contact lens acts as a shield to the air, to the environment. So if their tears are evaporating too fast and they're leaving the eye exposed to the air to dry out, then sometimes wearing a contact lens can actually act as a shield or a protectant against that dry air. And so there are some people that do better with contact lenses. Now, if you do have dry eyes and you can't wear contact lenses, the hope there is that you can actually figure out the root cause of your dry eyes, figure out a treatment, and actually help your dry eyes to the point where you can wear contact lenses. And so even if you have dry eyes, there's hope. I wouldn't rule out wearing contacts. Number five, my contact lens prescription is the same as my glasses prescription, and that's actually a no, it's not. Now, there actually can be a couple differences in those two prescriptions. If you have a prescription that's higher than a minus or a +4, then sometimes the numbers start to be different. In your glasses prescription, you might have a higher minus number. So if you're a -6 myopia or nearsightedness, in the contact lenses, you might notice that your prescription might be a -5.5 or a 550 or a -550. And that is just a difference in the space between having glasses sitting out a little bit and the contacts being right on your eye. It's actually called the vertex distance. We have to account for that distance in those prescriptions. Another difference might be in the astigmatism correction. In glasses, you can get your astigmatism correction exactly right on the money, and contact lenses, they do make them in steps. And so sometimes you are having to just pick the closest number to your exact astigmatism correction. But even when you get close, visually, sometimes that really doesn't make a difference, but you might notice that that number might be different on your prescriptions. The other difference included in the contact lens prescription is actually the brand and the curvature, the actual shape and design of that contact lens. That is part of your prescription. When a doctor actually fits and evaluates a contact lens on someone's eye, they include that in there. Okay, how does it fit? Is it moving too much? What is the brand? Is the brand treating the eye okay? Is there enough oxygen flow to the cornea? That's all included in there to show that the brand is safe to be worn on this patient's eye. Number 6, hey, you're too old to wear contact lenses, or on the flip side, you're too young. This is also mostly a myth. I mean, I have many patients that are old, wearing contacts fine, and many patients that are really young. The youngest patient that I've fit a contact lens in is a 5-year-old, and the oldest was just recently an 86-year-old. Now, with being too old, this might come from a change in prescription. When you have a distance and a near prescription, you're starting to wear bifocals. But with the contact lenses, there are options now. There are multifocal contact lenses. There are monovision contact lenses to kind of give you both distance and near vision. They even make multifocal for astigmatism contact lenses, and so there are definitely options. Now, this also could be coming from maybe when you get older, the structure and anatomy of your eyes start to change. Maybe your eyes start to get a little bit more dry. This could be from hormonal changes. And so the contacts might start getting a little bit more uncomfortable. And so they just choose not to wear contacts. And so that is an issue. Or sometimes it's dexterity issues. It's harder to handle the contacts and put it in, take it out, which I understand. But don't rule yourself out. And then younger, on the same lines, it depends on the child and their prescription and the different scenarios that, hey, just don't rule it out. Sometimes it's actually better when they wear contact lenses. Number 7, wearing contact lenses can make my vision worse. Now, this question can open up a whole can of worms. It's along the same line of questions of, can wearing glasses or just wearing a prescription in general make your vision worse? And overall, the answer is no. Now, that being said, there is a big area in optometry right now that is fighting the myopia pandemic. More and more people are getting nearsighted by the day as time goes on. And there are many reasons for this that I'm going to go over in a different video, but doctors really need to be careful to make sure that they're prescribing the correct prescription for that patient. Also, in favor of contact lenses, there are certain treatments or strategies or techniques that we can use with contacts to help for myopia control. There are some soft contact lens designs out there. One's called MySight that you can actually use to help slow down the progression of myopia, to help children from getting their eyes more and more nearsighted. So that's a plus for contact lenses. There's also a form of hard contact lenses, RGP lenses, called Ortho-K that kids can wear while they're sleeping that actually helps control myopia or helps slow down the progression of myopia. So all that in favor of contact lenses. And so I wouldn't be scared or worried by wearing contact lenses won't make the vision worse. If anything, there are a few designs out there that could actually slow the progression of myopia that you would want to talk to your doctor about. Number 8, is it okay to shower with your contact lenses on? This is actually one that I'm guilty of, and it's no. It's not safe. Not okay to shower with your contacts. I'm willing to bet there are a lot of people out there that have showered or still do shower with their contact lenses on. There are potential risks and dangers to this. When you expose the contact lens to water, even if it's tap water coming out of your pipes, you have the potential to get something on that contact lens. The scary one is something called acanthamoeba that actually can sit on the surface of the contact lens and then pretty much eat your cornea. Causes a lot of issues, very scary to treat and get under control. And so a lot of things, you can actually get infections, pink eye, ulcers from showering in contact lenses, just from something that might get on the water and then get on the contact lens. And so if you can, try to shower without your contact lenses. Now, along the same lines, and this is another one I'm guilty of, can you store your contact lenses in water or in your spit if you forget your contact lens solution? Same lines, very dangerous if it's just soaking in the water. A lot of potential risks. Now, I have done this. In fact, I have this weird, vivid memory that I went to a friend's house, forgot my contact lens solution, and I filled a couple cups up with tap water and put my contact lenses in there. It's like a nightmare that I actually did that, and I'm lucky that nothing happened to my eyes. But yeah, you definitely run the risk, especially if you do it a lot. So try not to do that. Again, your mouth, your saliva, a lot of bacteria in there, definitely opens you up for infections, pink eye, ulcers, if you put it in your saliva and then back in your eye. So just try and use contact lens solution. definitely be safer for you in the long run. And this also goes for swimming in your contacts, going to a lake, sitting in your hot tub. Also run the potential risks of getting exposure to that water that could lead to bad things happening. Number 9, are contact lenses bought online more dangerous than buying from your eye doctor? Now this one has a couple answers. The overall answer is no. If you are taking the prescription that you got from your eye doctor that includes the brand, your correct power, and you go and buy that same brand and power online, it's the same contact lenses. You are not running any more danger. It's not different contact lenses than you get from your local eye doctor. It's the same thing. So they are safe as long as you're buying from your prescription. Now that being said, there are some contact lens companies that sell only online, and doctors don't fit these contact lenses on patients. They don't even have a fitting set in their office. They don't have any way to order trials for a patient to see how they fit on the eye. But these companies sell contacts online. They say, hey, bring us your prescription. They take your numbers and add them to their brand of contacts that might fit different, have a different material, and usually it does. Usually they have an old material that maybe contacts were made back in the 80s or 90s, an old technology, and they take your power, put it in their brand, and sell it to you for cheaper, even though sometimes it's not really cheaper. That could run a potential risk because maybe your eyes aren't fit to wear those contact lenses, and so that could be more dangerous if you buy those type of contact lenses. Also, if you're buying colored or cosmetic contact lenses online, even if they have your prescription, if they aren't FDA approved, your doctor hasn't seen those contacts on your eye, you do run a risk of causing potential problems with your eyes, and so that's also an issue. Number 10, will my contact lenses freeze? I just got my contact lenses shipped to me. They're sitting in my mailbox at home. It's midwinter. I won't get home till later tonight. Are all my contacts ruined and frozen? So the solution in contact lenses that are sitting in your mailbox can freeze. However, the good news is that you can take those contact lenses in, let them thaw for a few hours, and they'll actually be fine. They actually have studied this to see if it damages the contact lens or ruins the solution or changes the fit, and they found out it actually doesn't affect the contact lenses. So you can actually still wear those contact lenses. Now, if you want to be extra safe, when they thaw, you can take the contact lenses out and clean them, store them in normal solution for a little bit. Or if you're really worried about it, you can take them into your local eye doctor and they can look at them to make sure that they're okay. But for the most part, they can thaw and you can wear them, no harm done. The other bit of good news is the contact lenses actually can't freeze when you're wearing them on your eye. So if you're in really cold temperatures outside, you don't need to be worried about your contact lenses actually freezing on your eyeball. The heat from your eye actually keeps them from freezing. So you're safe there, you're good. These are only 10 myths or questions out of possibly 100. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them there. I'm kind of curious to see if you have any more. But I hope this video helped. Stay focused.